everybody, you join us again at Gatehead Farm. I'm Gazbeard, and we're just about to windrow this hay so that we can get it lifted, and then convert this grass field into a crop field. This is going to be my root crop field. Still haven't decided if it'll be sugar beet or onions or carrots that we put in here, but I'm suspecting it might be onions. They've got the highest sale price, although I would like to get sugar beet in because I'd like to get the sugar production set up. However, we might not have the money for doing that this year. Probably best if we get a crop of onions in, get the money in off those. Then next year, when we've got a little bit more land, a little bit more cleared and leveled land, we can think about doing something like the sugar production. And maybe the straw processing, making feed pellets of straw. Okay. An interesting exercise. Big old windrower, this little tractor. I mean, it's not too heavy for the tractor. It does say it only needs 110 horsepower. The tractor's got 165. It's just a little bit of a struggle. Maybe an easier job with a bigger tractor. Oh, this would be so much easier if I had one of those steering wheel things. To do it with the mouse and keyboard is a bit tricky. It'll be a lot easier in the other field because the other field's a much more regular shape. It's a bit off for doing this. Should have used a smaller windrower up here, to be honest with you, which is the only one I've got, and I've only got this one because we bought Scott's field and his business off him, the silage business. When we bought that from him, a whole bunch of equipment, a whole bunch of equipment, 3 bits of equipment. We got this huge windrower. We got a trailer for round bales, fine, and we got a baler wrapper doing round bales, which is also fine. I normally do square bales, but you know, it's good to have a change now and again. Right, I think that will probably about do it. We should be able to get all of that lifted. I'll turn that off. Hold this to go across to the other field because there's no way it's going through the gate while it's unfolded like that. And we're carrying on from where we left off on Monday, in as much as we're trying to get all of this this hay collected, hay and silage collected before the end of spring on the 3 fields that we want to convert to arable. So it's going to be a little bit of a rush, because once we've got it collected, we've then got to convert those fields to crops. As yet, we haven't done any of that side of it. We've got the grass cut, got it dried. Now we've got to get it rowed up and lifted. So fold this. Bring it on, lower it down. Away we go. Put a headland round the field. Might even put 2 round the field. And we'll get the loading wagon in. We'll get the 2 headlands lifted. I'll make it a lot easier to do the ups and downs in the centre of the field. So I'll just time lapse doing these headlands. Catch you back here in a moment. Out. Oh, get the other tractor and the loading wagon. The tractor will just open the gate on this side thing. I decided to keep the loading wagon in there. It was an appropriate space for it rather than in the silage pit. Is it a roof over the top? It's a perfect fit for the space. See, the silage bales that we brought down, I've put in that second silage pit. Silage bunker, not pit. Brightness of this again. Oh, unfold it. Drop the pickup and turn it on. Yay, it's filling with hay. Oh, hang on. Oh, the interface down at the bottom says it's still grass, it's not hay. Oh. We may have made a mistake by swathing it all up. Ah, right, lift the pig up. We'll just empty it out here. Unload here, left control I. There, just that wee bit. Yeah, that's a different colour. It's a completely different colour. Loading wagon off. Hold it down again. Go and put it back in its hidey hole. May end up having to buy a hay bob around these swaths and tether them in the morning. Now it looks like we're going to have to leave them until tomorrow and hope it doesn't rain. Which, given that it's still late spring, it's not yet summer, there's a very good chance that it's going to rain. That's what it does over here in England and Scotland. That's a disappointment because I was hoping to get the fields at least ploughed today. To reverse into things, actually into a narrow gap. One. Yeah. Right, so I guess we'll have to leave the windrower down here. I thought this grass wasn't right for hay. I think it's the seasons mod that's glitching this up, because in the help file that is hay. You know, if we go into the escape menu, yeah, see, that's cut grass, that's dry hay. See the difference there? And seasons must be messing that up and saying, nope, this is only dry grass, it's not hay yet. Because I do seem to remember that in seasons, hay looks a lot more like straw than it does like this light grass, light green grass. So we'll have to wait and see. Leave it till tomorrow. If the stuff that hasn't been windrowed turns to hay on its own overnight, but the windrows don't, what I'll probably do is I'll go and buy a hay bob. They're only a few thousand, and it's basically for tethering windrows and keeping them in windrows without spreading it back all over the field. So I'll probably go and get one of them if we need it, just so that we can get all of that lifted tomorrow, because tomorrow's the last day of spring I want the crops in the ground before the end of spring. 3 fields where we've got to, well, 2 fields where we've got to lift hay. We've got 2 fields where we've got to lift hay. We've got 3 fields. And actually, that's what we could do. Yeah. That's the field that we did silage on, where we've lifted the bales already. Let's go and get that ploughed and get its borders redone, and then we can get it limed, get it cultivated, even get it sown. So I'll see you over there because it's a bit of a drive. I think I'll whiz round the perimeter, exposing the current edge of the designated field, and cutting a new edge, that centre line behind that shed. And then we'll look at how we're going to do the centre. So we want to be cutting a new field, as it were, from about here. So enable field cutting Y. Drop the plough again. So we've got to be very careful of the path that we take. This headland is getting slim in order to get the best out of the field and also make it easier to get the best out of the field. Here, width there is good. It's about the width that we'll be bringing it all to. to round it off a bit, smooth up some of the bumps in it. That, as it comes round here, there's a little bump there, right? Well, the roller will get that. So change it back to limit to fields, and I'm going to put a regular worker, not a course play worker, on doing this field. Might have to sort them out a couple of times, but we'll see how they get on. And while they're busy doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump across to the other tractor, and I'm going to go and get another roller, a smaller roller. So, see, we've got it. Nah, it's too big. Definitely need a smaller roller, and rollers are cheap enough now. Before I disappear up there, let's just buy it, and then we know we've got it, and if not, I'll have to take this one. Right, so that's very expensive, 16,500 for a 3-meter roller there. So the one that I use is these ones by Edge Gaming. I like to get the Pro. No. Lift Bob up. Bob needs to see where he's going. That's what we're going to put there. Right. Turn our beacons off now, we're on the field. See, losing those flowers is what I was worried about. We may be able to get away with it with a 3-meter roller. See if I don't add any extra width on the bits where it's already more than 3 meters. He's got a good chunk of that done, you know. Not far off finishing. I think what I'll do, just knock that one here for now. We might need it again afterwards. Let's just jump across to him. See how he's doing. Yeah, he's not far off finishing, so we'll just time lapse him finishing up this field. And then I can go around and do the tidy ups. Right, so time to go back around the edge, and I think what we'll do is we'll start with this new bit here. Make this into a nice neat curve. So drop the plough down and allow it to cut new fields, because we're cutting back into that edge. Curve on there, make it easier to do the harvest. As it comes around here, bring it down a little bit on the corner. Yeah, greater radius on the corner itself, longer radius I should say. So we get along to where them trees are. No, it's not. That edge there is a bit thick, isn't it? That there's the thickness that we want. It's hard to see if I'm that tight in, so I'm just going to lift out a bit. Too thin again. Take that bit off there. Longer, straighter edge. Corner's fine. Mostly good coming up, yeah, except that at this point you want to be thinning it a little bit. There's a longer straight edge here. We can live with it. It's still a little bit thicker than I wanted, but accept. Obviously one of the things that I'm worrying about is the overhang catching combine that comes through. Those harvesters are pretty tall beasties, especially once they're all unfolded and operating. Do it. Right, this can go back to the farm now, and this be about that corner. Might have to come in from this other angle. Yeah, happy about that. So a little bit better. Actually, this thing's going to have to bring the cultivator back. Even then, we're going to need the weight that's on the front of that tractor. I'll have to take both tractors back and do some equipment swapping. Get this one back first. It must be getting very close to time to wind this one up, so I'm going to crack on and get that field finished. That field will be finished before Tuesday's video, sorry, Monday's video, and we'll only have the fields down at the farm to do. They depend very much on that grass drying, turning into hay. We can lift it as hay, throw it in the silo, ready for making total mixed ration. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments, observations and so on down below. You know the drill. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you get told of when new videos arrive. And see you in the next one. So from me, Gazbeard, on Gatehead Farm. Deepest thanks for watching. But it's time to say bye for now.